Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. So yesterday we took a look at the Lordaeron questline, and it seems only fair that we do the same now with the Blood Elf one. So let's get into it. So the quest starts with us meeting Lady Liardrin in Oribus. She requests our immediate return to Silvermoon. Handy that she does this right next to the Orgrimmar portal. Side note here that you appear in the portal room, and Silvermoon portal is going to be just on your right hand side. Now once you get to Silvermoon, you need to navigate your way around, which, to be fair, is easier said than done because no one ever comes here anymore. Which is a shame because, in my humble opinion, this is one of the nicest cities that they've ever done. But once you've worked your way all the way around the streets, back alleys, and God knows where else of Silvermoon, you will find yourself in the military district. Here you will be told of the dark threat that looms over Silvermoon, and there is sadly no time to call any reinforcements from allies. I mean, that's not strictly true. Let's be honest, the bulk of the Horde and Alliance armies right now are literally just down the road in Brill, trying to get their Dark Ranger outfit. So, you know, you could literally just send a rider there and you'd have all the troops you need. But anyway, with this, you are told to head to the front lines and face the Scourge threat that is rising.
Oh man! Oh god! Oh man!
Why? How? Under whose control? We need answers to these questions. Is this a result of Bolvir stepping away from the Frozen Throne? Maybe something to do with the Jailer? Is it Scions and Athreus? Well, in fact, it's to do with a tricky little Sanlan called Vorath. Not a clue who that is? Well, I don't blame you, because Bloodlord Vorath is from the trading card game. But now he is taking control of a portion of the Scourge forces, and he is out for some elven blood. So in typical WoW quest fashion, we are tasked with killing some of Vorath's forces, as well as placing a few protective wards, all while defeating Vorath. That was easy. Oh no, wait, he's Vorath the Deathless, which means, yeah, there he is again.
Fuck.
Now, it turns out we're going to need something just a little bit more special to kill this creature. A rusty old relic that just happens to be upstairs in the open. Good job. We didn't think to maybe, you know, have this back at the main barracks in Silvermoon. Anyway, once collected, we're told the weapon alone will not be enough. We need to use the power of friendship.
Fuck off, you lot.
No, wait. We need to complete a race in Bastion. Apparently that's going to help. And then we need to beat somebody up in Maldraxxus. I mean, look, that makes sense. It's just a Maldraxxus thing. It's what they do. Once you've completed both of these tasks, you are ready to head back to the Ghostlands. Now, unless you set your Hearthstone to Silvermoon, it's time to do some portal jumping. If you want to skip flying to Oribus, then I would suggest using maybe your Dalaran Hearthstone, and then going through the portal there to Orgrimmar, and finally heading back to Silvermoon. Now, just outside Silvermoon, to the right of the main door, just past the bridge, there is a flight point which you can take to your objective. Then it's time to open up a can of Grade A Blood Elf whoop-ass and jump on your menacing Hawkstrider. Not only will you be able to fight while mounted using your standard abilities, you'll be given the AoE Death Mode button. While you're fighting, slowly head down the scar, opposite end to Silvermoon, and once the bar's been filled, it's time to bring some pain finally to Vorath. I did this fight on an eye level 200 monk, and unless I did something obviously stupid, it was pretty easy. Just watch out for the ball he shoots. If you stand in it for a long period of time, it does do a decent amount of damage. Now once Vorath has been killed, he's gonna come back. But before he does, we get to use our super polearm spear thingy on his phylactery, for want of a better term, and this will then mean he takes his final form. The only thing to watch out for here is the tiny little birds. You'll get a purple splodge will appear, some birds will pop out of it. If the birds reach him, they will heal him. It's not for a huge amount, but it kind of just means that if you let all the birds go to him, it's going to drag this fight out longer than it needs to be. But that is it. Once he dies, you have won.
Alright, hey.
Alright, good job, guys.
If you are on anything other than a Paladin, you'll be given the Pole-Arm Appearance and also the Elusive Emerald Hawkstrider. If you're on a Paladin, you will also receive the Blood Knight Dedication Armor Appearance, which is, it's okay. And that's the questline all wrapped up. Now, I will say, this feels like such a missed opportunity to me. Not the questline itself. I will say I much preferred the Blood Elf questline to the Lordaeron one. But this would have made a fantastic 9.3. It would have brought us back to Azeroth. We could have catched up with old friends, Alliance and Horde alike, seen what they've been up to while we've been away in the Shadowlands, and all the while fighting pockets of Scourge that were now no longer controlled by a Lich King. We could have had various undead warlords that have risen up, all in different zones, all around Azeroth, each one controlling their own little Scourge army. And maybe this massive rise in Scourge activity had something to do with the need to activate or reactivate the Dragon Isles. Maybe some Lich was trying to raise Galakron. There are numerous options, numerous things they could have done. It could have been, I don't know, anything Scourge related that brought us back to Azeroth, and it would have been fantastic. Maybe with free will returning to members of the Sanlan, which are basically WoW's equivalent of the vampires, they could have decided, hey, we want to actually try and help. We want to try again to be part of the Forsaken, because they tried to be before, but it failed. Maybe they are battling with this idea of free will and the things they were forced to do under the Lich King. That would be a great tie-in back to Anduin, who's still struggling with those same concepts. They could have made for an interesting allied race. Hell, maybe in their own class on their own, the idea of the Necromancer or the Vampire class would have been really cool. I know we're getting the Dragonkin, but come on, I want my Vampire. But this isn't a new idea. The Sanlan have been talked about being an allied race, or playable at least, since like 2018. It's just frustrating that we get this little glimpse of something so interesting with so much potential. Something that could lead to some crazy plot lines and ideas, while still tying into the lore and the in-game events that we've had so far. And what do Blizzard do? They use that as a questline that only Blood Elf players will ever see. Hell, we could have even had like a 9.3 with a 4 mini-boss raid. All of them being undead with some vampire lord at the end. Hell, why not even Syed Zanathrius? He's come back to Azeroth and he's trying to unite and lead the Sanlin. As I say, so much potential. But that's it from me. If you don't have a Blood Elf, really do think about leveling one just for these heritage quest lines. This, in my opinion, isn't quite as good as the main Scourge Warcraft 3 heritage quest line, which is still one of the best they've done. But it is a very good addition nonetheless. But thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Laters.